Can we talk some shit? Can we start this by talking some shit?
Always. I'm always going to say yes to
Oh
that.
my God. I
Who,
need
what,
to
when, where,
start
why.
it. My kid, bro.
Oh, that's the best kind of shit talking. What do you want to say?
I need everybody to know that I love my job of being her mom, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. That being
But
said, that being said, how many motherfucking times do I need to tell you to stop in order for you to fucking stop your goddamn hands?
I feel like I am at like a gospel church right now, and I'm like nodding in agreement. It's like, yes, hallelujah, praise be.
And then what, just to like add salt to the fury, is when she like goes around telling the dog something that I tell her that she doesn't do.
The
Oh,
audacity.
like give space, like where's yours?
Try your own medicine. How about that?
Jesus.
Let's take your own advice.
Uh, or like
Toddlers are
she'll just be like,
ruthless.
be nice. She'll be telling Duke, be nice, Duke, to Samson. And I'm like, coming from the mouth of, all right. Yeah. Have you heard that? Have you said that to a mirror lately, my girl?
Yeah,
Her
three is no
favorite thing to
joke.
say is, I don't have to. I don't know who taught her that, because Miss Girl, you do actually have to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's where you bring out like I've seen videos on this where, obviously we're trying to gentle parent, but you'll have a 3-year-old
Are we? I've
fucking
decided
ask.
I'm 80-20. I'm 80-20 on gentle parenting. 20% of me's losing my shit. I'm gonna just let y'all know. I don't want anyone to be surprised if you hear me in the club yelling at my kids sometimes.
Yelling, straight yelling.
Hey, did you hear me? Gets said a lot around here. It doesn't
Literally.
seem like it. Let me say it again.
Yeah.
Keep your hands
No, but
to
like
yourself.
you'll have, how many times are you going to explain something to a fucking toddler? It gets to a point where my 3-year-old is asking me, well, why? 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 I can only explain so much, okay? Because I said so.
The amount of times where, I've switched it up. I started saying, I go, I've given you enough reasons. I've given you enough. That's the answer. I've given you enough reasons. I have given you valid explanation after valid explanation, because I do believe that you are allowed to ask questions. I do believe that you are allowed to be curious, and I get you want to know why. But we have run out of this why train. There's no more answers. And I don't want to say because I said so, but I need you to hear that I have given you the whole fucking explanation. Stop asking me questions.
Bro, you know what shook me to my core the other week? I don't know. I was on FaceTime with my sister and we started talking about, she's in nursing school, right? And we were talking about a situation, maybe like the mom was putting her baby up for adoption or something like that. She's working in like labor and delivery and stuff. And my daughter starts asking me why. Why? And I'm like, I don't have the answers for this. Like, I'm not ready to tell you why people choose adoption or not. Like, don't ask me that. I don't freaking know. Because like that's just,
You just keep
because.
it simple.
And then I've told you like we want to adopt one day. So I was telling her like we might, adopt like a brother or a sister one day. Well, why? I'm like, well, to join our family. Why? Well, because they don't have a mommy and daddy. Why? I'm like, shit. I dug myself into this whole.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Maybe they do. I don't
we
know.
don't. These are questions that I can't talk to you about, and these are the hard hitting questions that even adults don't have.
I don't have the answers to. He's always asking me questions about the fucking moon. I'm like, listen, I don't remember the lunar schedule. Okay, I know there's a new moon. I know there's a crescent moon.
Wait, what is she asking about the moon?
Why is it not a circle? Why is it not a circle? It is, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it when you're at a crescent moon. And I have to explain, like,
dang, she is observant. Hold on, what is she? Let's write this down. This is a good segue. Way to your 3-year-old for getting us into today's topic, which is life path numbers.
She is a Scorpio, bro. Yeah, she's a feisty little thing. She'll sting you. She called me
Why?
Madison the other day. Madison. And then
Mm-hmm.
when I didn't answer, because like, no, I'm sorry, we're not on a first name basis. She said, Mommy Barbosa.
Homegirl plans on having a second mommy or what?
Like, excuse me? I looked at her so damn fast and just turned that head like, who do you think you are?
I
I
kind of
am
want
your
you to get a
mom.
sweatshirt though that says Mommy Barbosa. That sounds fucking hot.
It was kind of cute. Like, what if
Mm-hmm.
I spelled it Mami, like
Oh
mommy?
yeah, no, that's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
yeah, like spicy
It's
mommy.
got to be like a sexy Medusa character walking around, Mommy Barbosa. I like it.
Not bad. I should see if David's into it.
Whenever you get mad, you could be Mommy Barbosa. Don't make Mommy
Yeah,
Barbosa come out. Ooh,
I
spooky.
like that. I like that. That's good.
That's not gentle parenting. That's
Don't
20%
threaten. I'll
parenting.
threaten you. Yeah,
That's
that's not
20%
20%.
parenting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, there's a fine line in everything in life, okay? We're doing our best. But like
When
come
gentle
on.
parenting doesn't work, creative parenting comes out. And creative
Absolutely.
parenting toes the line sometimes on what kids find funny later and what kids find traumatic. So
Yes.
that's
Exactly.
that's called rolling the dice, baby.
Healthy manipulation.
Yeah. It's the same as giving your kid ice cream every once in a while. It's fine.
Fine. It's not gonna kill you.
All right. Well, speaking of your kid's desire to check out the moon and everything, I feel her, man. I feel her. Because I asked you the other day, I fell down a rabbit hole about life path numbers. And then I said, I have to know mine because I don't know about you, but I see numbers everywhere. Like, and I've already looked into angel numbers. And while that's a topic for another day, because I don't have those notes in front of me and I don't know what those mean anymore because my brain forgot it. Always see 222 everywhere I go, all the time. I see that every day in the car, even if I'm not in the car, and because I co-parent, so there's weeks where I'm not driving to go get my son from school. So it makes sense that I'd be in the car and see that, even when I'm not in the car, even if I'm in the house, which means it's always when my toddler's napping and I'm doing stuff, I always catch the time, and it's always 222. So I'm always seeing twos, and I'll see twos everywhere. And I didn't notice that until my father-in-law passed away. And so I thought that was like an angel number for him. But I fell down the rabbit hole, which I still think it is because that was his favorite number and he has a 2 association. And I'm curious now if I looked up his life path number, if he's also a 2, and that's why.
Same.
It would make a lot of sense. He's a very, anyway, that's a fucking, we'll digress later. But
Yeah.
so I fell down the rabbit hole of life path numbers and turns out I'm a 2. I'm a 2. You're like, I don't know what that means. Okay,
I
I'll tell
don't.
you
I'm
in a
so
little
happy
bit.
for you.
But I then asked you what your number was because I said I was going to bring this to the table and we're going to talk about it today. And you are a 4, which
4?
you have already told me. Everyone's like, that sounds like a fake ass fucking happy. It was. She's already been told this. I told her in a text that she's a 4. And then I said, don't look up what that means.
4 is my
But
favorite number though.
yeah, 4 is my favorite number. We've bonded over that before. And
Absolutely.
we're both people who randomly had put that as like a hashtag, like our little angel number hashtag
Mm-hmm.
spiritual nonsense. And so I thought it was ironic that your life path number was 4. And then when I looked into it, I'm like, this, of course it's a 4. Of course it's a 4. So,
Oh
okay,
my
you guys are gonna all have to
God.
do your own life path number calculations. And this is how you're gonna do that. Okay? First, should I tell you what it is? I really set us up and then I didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, like I'm still wondering what the fuck a 4 means. Like, tell me my future. Am I gonna be a millionaire? Is that what this is?
Yeah, actually, kind of.
Wait,
I
what?
feel like this, yeah, lean into it, okay?
Okay, all
Take
right.
my motivation I told you yesterday, take this number today, and fucking simmer in it this weekend. It's gonna do
Okay.
big things for you.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm
Remember
not, I'm not a
remember
spiritual hoe, but I know shit.
remember I told you that video I saw where you're supposed to manifest money
Yeah.
when you drink. So let me get prepared. I'm going to take a sip out of my water here.
I encourage
is going
everybody to
come
do this together. All of us. Everybody, let's do a little chug, community
Yeah.
chug for money.
Money will come
flows
to
through
me.
us.
Money flows to me, through us, whatever. Yeah, and we drink. Drink to that. Hell yeah, baby.
Cheers to that. Do you think that that's a tradition? Do you think that's why the tradition is like saying that stuff and then like cheersing it and drinking after you say it?
Yes. Yes.
That's the
I do
lore. We
believe.
could look into that.
I
Anyway,
do believe that.
everyone's all, what the fuck is an angel? What is the
What
life
is
path
that
number?
What does 4 mean?
Why are you so excited about being a 2?
You did get really excited.
I was pretty pumped. I reacted like that character, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. I'm a 10. Gay guys like me.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so basically,
tell
it
us
just
what a 4 is.
I'll get there. I gotta tell you what the life path number is. Okay,
yeah, makes sense.
A life path number represents who you are at your core. Okay, so like what your soul on this journey is meant to do.
Okay.
So like the person you spend your whole life becoming. Think about that. That's some heavy hitting shit right there. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like horoscopes, kind of like your astrology sign, kind of like basis for your moods, how you act, how you react, your kind of, what's it called?
Aura?
An aura. Yeah. Aura. Like kind of the way you're just like the system you were set with, kind of like the download you were given when you were born.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Kind of, how people give off energies, like people have big feelings about Scorpios, Geminis, Libras, whatever. Yeah. And they have attributes. Same with like older sibling, the baby of the family, all these things that we put people in boxes. I'm giving you more fucking boxes, except it's an infinite box. It's a number.
Cool. I can dig it. Maybe
it's cool.
My life number is 4, which means that I'm a people pleaser.
No.
Does that have any correlation? No.
Right. I don't know. We'll get there. But I want everybody to figure out. We're not on that page of the notes yet. I've got 3 pages. Let me get there.
Fine. 3 pages. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Give it to us.
Well, we're already halfway through page 1, and the second half is the calculation. So I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
But basically, if you want to figure out your life path number, 1, go Google it, because someone else is going to explain it better than I do. Did you hear how long it took me to get here? It was a while. Yeah. Number 2, it's pretty much the sum of your birth date, but you need to figure out the master number, right? Because the digit you're looking for has to be singular. You can't have a giant ass number, but you have to add together the month. I should have brought a whiteboard here. The month, the day, and the year. So like, my birthday is June, so that's a 6. The day is the 1st. That's a 1. That's easy. Those add together as a whole number, right?
Right.
But then the year is 1993. Now we're getting into big numbers.
Yeah.
But not everybody's month and day is just 1 number, right? Some people are 11 or 12 is the month. Some people are 24. So you need to figure out that math on the You need to figure out the month, the day, and the year master number before you add all of those numbers together. Okay?
Okay.
Math is going to be hard for Elmo. This is why I'm telling you to Google this shit, because you're not going to get it by me telling you. All right? Just Google it right now. But basically, we're just going to do my birthday because it's easy. So the only number at the bottom we're going to have to add together is the 1, the 9, the 9, and the 3. That gives me 22. That, again, needs to be added together, the 2 and the 2, to get me to 4. So now I have a 1 singular number at the end. Now that number could be added by my day and my month number because those are singular numbers. Does that make sense? Okay. When I get my total number, it's 11. Now, I now have to add 1 and 1 together to get my final number of 2. That's how we got there.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Okay, so now let's do Madison's. We're going to do another example because math is hard, okay? And we didn't learn the first time around. I just introduced it. Mr. Pacheco taught me to repetition.
Yeah,
That was
that's
in
actually so
algebra.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I didn't start following you until the very end. So now that we're gonna have another example,
And
I'm
it's
gonna
your
fully
birthday.
follow you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is better because your birthday has two spots where we have to do math
Oh, okay.
to get the master number. So
To get the big one. Got
yeah.
it.
Fun fact, Madison's birthday was last week. Madison's birthday is 3, which is right now, March 14th, which is tomorrow, 1994. So the first number is easy. It's a single digit. We got 3 over here. Now hers is 14, so we got to add the 1 and the 4 together. That's going to give us a 5. And
Yep.
then you add 1994 together and it gets you 25, right? No, 23, sorry. And then you add the 2 and the 3 together, and that gets me a 5. Now I add all of these together, and I get 13. That 1 plus 3, that's a 4, baby. And that is your life path number. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So, you know what? I need everybody to know that I Googled this for an hour and a half. I did the calculations so many times to make sure that these life path numbers were correct. So truly don't feel dumb if it takes you a while to figure out your number. It was like having a hard time. But basically from there, once you figure out your life path number, then you can just Google like your life path number, the meanings behind it. And so I found a lot of information at ganeshaspeaks.com. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
I Googled it, and then that was just the website that I ended up clicking on. But
Love Google.
we love Google, man. Sorry, I burped. I was trying not to do it into the mic. There's a lot of them right now. My God, you good, dude?
You cracked open that bubbler. It's fucking you up.
It's a rock star.
Of course, it's a rock star.
Yeah. I went to the Dollar Tree. They had Slim Can rock stars. What are you going to turn down a Slim Can rock star?
No. You know, I've actually never tried the Rockstar that you like your signature Rockstar. I've never tried it.
I don't like the classic rock star.
I've tried the class. So is yours fruit punch? Am I
Yeah.
guessing that correctly?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with fruit punch. So
That's
like,
fine. That's fine.
does it taste like fruit punch?
It's a rock. It's an energy drink. Do they ever taste like what they're supposed to? The OGs. Thinking Monster, Rockstar, Red Bull,
Yeah.
like whatever
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
name is. They're just names. They're just
Yeah.
names.
God, I used to love
It's
the
red.
blue Monster. It's red. Yeah.
The blue Monster slaps, but I would get the white one. So the
Yeah.
like ultra light of it.
Yeah.
But okay, sorry. Let's go over Madison's results first. We can cut that out for sure. No one
No,
wants to
everyone-
fucking hear that.
Everyone likes energy drinks though. Like you can try to pretend like you don't like it, but I know you like it. Like who doesn't like an energy
it's such
drink?
an unhealthy habit, dude. Like
is,
that's
but
why
they're
I like
so
doing
good.
the Dollar Tree ones because I'm like, okay, well, it's a rock star. It's my favorite one, but it's smaller and it's cheaper than going to the gas station to get one. So I'm
Oh,
like,
they're smaller from the Dollar Tree?
well, yeah, they're slim cans, so it's like the size of an Alani Nu or something. It's like a cutesy, like a girly
Oh,
size.
cool. Yeah, I
It's
love
like
Alanis.
it's like a 90s I care about my figure size, but it's like
Yeah.
it's a fucking rock star. Like I just
Did Slim Fast ever sweep your household?
no, but Special K did.
Oh yeah.
Special K.
I used to sneak into our outdoor fridge and drink my mom's Slim Fast. I fucking loved them.
I remember my mom got some tea from my aunt, some herbal tea that swept our house for a couple months.
All right.
Some Chinese herbal tea that was fucking who knows what it was supposed to do, man. Because I was a kid when I was doing it and just, at home alone. And I'm like, this tea's going to make me lose weight. So I'd like pop 2 microwavable burritos in the microwave and drink that fucking tea with it. And be like, why am I not losing weight at like 12 years old?
Literally, I was like fucking 9 chugging Slim Fast. For what?
Dude, I remember just being like, all I have to do is eat this bowl of cereal for lunch and for breakfast, and I'm gonna lose 6 pounds in 2 weeks. Bet. I fucking love cereal. I didn't know you had to measure like the bowl and all that. I was just
It's like a fucking third of a cup is this.
just a fucking mixing bowl of cereal to the
Like, yeah,
dome.
I'm gonna be so skinny. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, and
Or
that's on
fucking
being.
Jared from Subway telling us we could eat $5 footlongs and lose weight.
Oh, the way 100-calorie pack cookies were fucking
Oh my God. The fucking
thin,
Oreo ones.
thin, shitty ass, and we just were sitting there eating them, like convincing ourselves in prepubescent life that this is yummy.
Dude, what happened to those? Did they cancel those? Why did
Yes,
we eat
gladly
those?
show. Ugh. I don't know why people, I don't, because it was what we had, because everybody was obsessed with being thin, and then thin wasn't even
Yeah.
good enough. It was like you had to be anorexic. Thin wasn't
Yeah.
even, thin wasn't in, because people were thin.
Yeah.
You had to be
You needed to show the
bony.
bones.
You had collarbones, dude. Like, the way, like, if your
And the shoulder
collarbones are,
bone.
you want to know something gross. You want to know, here's my dirty little secret. I'll tell everybody my dirty little secret. Even
Okay.
now, in the summertime, when I pass by a mirror, if I see my collarbones, I'm like, oh, so you think I'm thin?
So you think I'm skinny?
I'm like, oh my gosh, she is America's Next Top Model. Tyra, do you see the smiles I can do right now? Like, it's not healthy.
Why did we grow up watching America's Next Top Model? Why was I watching America's Next Top Model as a fucking
Why
fifth
were we
grader?
watching that and Jersey? The way I was just watching toxic, breeding, toxic, unhealthy,
Wild. Wild.
binging it. Ugh. Anyway.
And that's on being a 90s baby.
Woo!
And
Millennials
a
had.
90s, a girl, I should say.
And that's on growing up before your parents understood what was happening on the internet.
Yeah. Oh God, that was a great little nostalgic journey we just went on.
Was it? It felt a little bit traumatizing. I just
It's
got
weird.
all the flashbacks of
Yeah.
hating my body. And
It's
I don't
fucked
miss
up.
those days.
It's fucked up, but it was still nostalgic.
Oh my God. Dude, I remember just being like wearing Bermuda shorts from Aeropostale and being the saddest girl, knowing that I was already entering a 7-8 when my best friend was in a 1-2.
Remember, like, all my friends in high school were like size 24, size 25 and Miss Me jeans, and I had to get like size 27, 28, and I was like, what the fuck?
I never saw a 2 until my adult years.
Yeah.
Quite literally, I got a woman's body when I was like 11, and then I had to deal with those repercussions in the days of everyone wanting anorexic ladies, and it was humbling, but look at me, funny as hell. So
It humors you.
looks are gonna
sure.
fade. Your humor is forever. Was not bred overnight, bitches. That was
On the
a
money.
mentality you had to earn through ugliness. Let's go through your number.
So basically, if you've always been pretty, then there's no
Fuck you.
way that resonates with you. You
If
must
you've
not
always
be
been
that funny.
pretty, if you've always been pretty, truly, like, oh no, you know what? Here's the thing, is I know a girl, shout out Kelsey, I won't say her last name, but she is truly one of the most beautiful people, like on the outside. Like you look at her and you're just like, damn, she
Wow.
got genetically lucky.
Yeah.
But then you meet her
She's
and it
better.
exceeds her outsides.
Ugh, fuck you, Kelsey.
I know, every time. And it's like everybody you talk to feels that way. It's not like and if anybody has beef with her, it's a jealousy beef. Like you can hear it seething through their bodies where they are like, they're jealous that they can never achieve that level of unbothered.
Wow.
Ugh.
Sounds
Anyway,
like a
so
gem.
she is. I hope she's doing well. I wonder what she's up to. Okay, so some things that come with the life number of number 4. You are practical, sensible, pragmatic, and rational by nature, which I feel like are very Madison qualities. Now, I need everybody to know that all numbers come with just a list of attributes, right? A list of things that maybe are attributed to this number, and how you handle those and what direction you take them are going to be positive or negative. That's what it tells you. So, and there are, part of becoming your best version of this number, part of you, you know, growing as a human, being this person over life. What did I say at the beginning? I wrote it down so that I don't fucking forget it. The person you spend your life learning to become. So like when you become the best person, that's all of these, there's going to be good and bad, you know? So don't get hung up on any of them and being like, I don't want that one. Like, it's fine.
I do have one question.
What?
And I hate to admit this about myself, but what does pragmatic mean? Do you know? Should I Google
it? Pause. Google it. Because I do know, but it's one of those where I would rather have a Googled answer and it like a definition than me like uncomfortably.
Okay. This is pretty spot on. It says dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. On brand, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's just like, it's a synonym for practical, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Or rational or sensible. Like, they're all just synonyms. They're all just different versions of the same word, really.
They're in the same house. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff that I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then I got to a part where it got to romance and I was like, what the fuck? Because I was like, that's not at all Madison. And so I think that'll be fun. So it says, this is 100% you, like, if refrain from being dishonest, like you do not believe doing any injustice. It's like hearing your audio notes, like on a day-to-day basis as I'm reading this, I'm like, my goodness, you have no idea. The way Madison will just send me audio notes crying sometimes at like 11 p.m. because she's crying about somebody on the other side of the world going through something. And she's like, it's not fair. And I need to have a fundraiser and I need to be doing more. And I'm like, ma'am, you need to go to bed.
It's an internal conflict. Yeah.
Like, I can't sleep.
Get carried away by that shit. Takes me away.
And this one right here is the no matter what, you never give up. But just like, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult it gets, no matter if it's killing you slowly. So this is where some of these things, you know, could also be not good for you too. Is that you do not give up. You're like, I'm a little soldier that could.
It's very true. It's very true.
Blood, sweat, and tears. No shortcuts attitude. Which, yeah, I work with Madison. There's no fucking shortcuts, bitch. We're doing this.
Yeah. Long game.
This one's the best, though. And this is good. I think these are all great qualities, by the way. These are all wonderful.
Yeah, it's very validating.
Expects more discipline, timeliness of others, and has trouble remembering others need time to grasp the information.
Yo.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I love this because it's not a bad thing. It's just like, sometimes you have to remember that, like, you are so driven. You are so good. You are so, you know, like we talk about this in your work. Like, you're there, you're succeeding, you're beating all the milestones. Stop and slow down and figure out, like,
take what a breath.
You know, let's chill out. Other people need a little bit of time to catch up with you. Other people need time to digest it. And it's one of those where, like, I was reading these and I'm like, damn, it's like they know her.
They do. This stuff freaks me out.
This is why I thought it was so interesting. Okay.
It is.
So this is where it gets funny. Cause then in the life, or for the love, this is where it says, you are not spontaneous in love. There's no rushing. You got to be absolutely sure. And I'm sure that that's all true, except this bitch eloped and she met him on a whim in Mexico. So, like, now she didn't elope at that same time. Okay, I will give her that. But I'm saying, like, she met this man on a whim and they lived in separate countries and then they eloped. Like, and moved in together. There's a lot there. That's not spontaneous, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I will say
I mean, that is spontaneous,
that
is all
is
I'm saying,
spontaneous. Yeah.
compared to like the no rush, absolutely sure.
Yeah.
Like none of that feels like an absolutely sure. That feels like a big old gamble. Like meeting
Yeah.
someone that's from that different of like just a different. We've already talked about it being from different regions. Like you don't
Yeah.
realize how much that shapes you.
Yes. And like I will say being in a long distance relationship, we fought like cats and dogs. Like we had these weekend trips, right? Where it was just magical and it was bliss and it was so great. And then we would separate for not 1 week but 2 weeks, and then we would go and we'd have a weekend where we were apart, right? We saw each other every other weekend. But like the second half of the week of our off week, let's call it, we missed each other so much and had such bad FOMO that we would take it out on each other. And like my family saw that, his friends saw that, my friends saw that. So they saw like this constant bickering. But me and David always knew. Like I couldn't explain it to fucking anybody because people were like, dude, I like just find somebody that lives in Texas. Like y'all fight, like what is going on? And I was like, no, we just need to be together. Like I promise you, we just need to be together. It's the distance. It's not me and David, it's the distance, like creating this friction in between us. And people were like, you sound like a lunatic. Like
you sound crazy.
Like these things, these fights happening, this should make y'all, like say, hey, let's throw the towel in and go our separate ways. But we never did. We were both very committed. So that kind of goes like hand in hand. Like the getting married part was very spontaneous, but the whole relationship, I was so like committed to the bit.
That goes, I mean, I was gonna say that. I was waiting for you to say it. That goes back to though, like what you are though, practical, sensible, rational by nature. So like you could find a spontaneous love. Love is spontaneous no matter how it goes, truly. So but you knew in your heart of heart, you're like, I know.
I did know. I knew.
You knew so much that you fucking committed to the bit.
I did. I knew so much that I fucking married this guy and I moved to another country. Like no one just does that. Like on a whim. Like,
no.
let's just see if it works out.
It's over the best. Phalanges crossed.
Yeah, and then I got pregnant like pretty quickly. Like we didn't waste a lot of time. But I still was.
What did you do while you were pregnant?
Dude, my pregnancy, maybe that's no, it was so fucking cool. Like
I was gonna say, it sounded cool because you weren't working, right? You were just hanging out.
I was literally.
Were you a stay-at-home wife?
Yes, I was a stay-at-home wife during my first pregnancy. I could nap whenever I wanted to. I was waking up at 3 a.m. and eating cereal and then staying up till like 5 a.m. binging my shows, and then I would go sleep during the middle of the day. It was glorious. My pregnancy with first baby, fantastic. 10 out of 10.
That sounds like how pregnancy should be, honestly.
Right. I kept saying like, how do people work? Like during the first trimester, I was so tired.
Yeah.
That I was just sleeping all day. I was like, how do people work? I cannot get out of bed.
The way everybody at my work knew that I would just get up and throw up. It was like, oh, like the doctors would come back and they'd be like, oh, is Christina need to go home? And they're like, no, it's just her noon o'clock throw up. She'll be out in 10 minutes. Leave her be.
No, that's crazy.
It's the baby.
Literally. It's just me growing a human and an organ. No big deal.
Oh, and then the second trimester, the sleepiness. Oh my God, I don't nap. I don't sleep in general, but I would fucking just zonk out for 4 hours on a Sunday. And I'd wake up like out of a coma. Taylor'd be like, hello, sunshine. I'd be like, where was I? Yeah, I don't know how people...
No, I don't know. No complaints about mine.
I don't know how people do pregnancy with a baby or a toddler, dude.
I did that too.
That's my thing. Like I had pregnancy we had a kid, but he was 8 when I was pregnant. 7, 8, whatever. He was old enough that's not really like, it's very, I'm going to just say it right now. Kids from 5 to 9, fucking easy peasy lemon squeezy. I love that age.
Yeah.
They're potty trained. You can ask them whole questions. They have whole conversations. They'll watch a whole movie. You can send them and sit them down with an activity. They understand basic rules. You could send them on a play date for a couple hours. Like, it's their golden years.
You still have like that authority. They're not like questioning your authority yet.
They're just fun and curious and just cool people at that age. 5 to 9, it's just like you're finally gliding in parenthood. Like, you're just like, it makes you want more kids. Don't fall into the trap. 5 to 9 is going to make you want another round of children. Fucking remember that 2 to 4 are the trenches. And come back at me at like 10 and 11 when the preteen years start hiking up our boots. The smells get weird. The attitudes get wild. It's just weird times. It's unknown territory in these parts lately.
It sounds weird. It sounds like something I'm not looking forward to.
I'm literally in 2 territories I don't understand right now. Toddlers, because I got my son I met him when he was 5, and then preteens, because I got my son when he was 5. So like, I haven't parented any of this yet.
You are like
having
you're Lewis and Clark
tag teamed. I'm being tag teamed by the chaoticness. But yeah, that's basically a 4 summed up. I didn't want to go too crazy. I figured you can go and have a fun field day looking more into it. But I wanted to get the basics down for you. And then I wrote the basics down for mine.
You know what's interesting? So your life number is a 2, right? Mm-hmm. And you said that your like angel number is 222.
Mm-hmm.
My life number, you're saying, is a 4. Mm-hmm. My angel number is 314, which is my birthday. I see it almost every day.
That's crazy.
It's so weird. What's weird right now is it's inverted right now on my computer screen. Right now it's 4:13 p.m.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I see it.
That's weird.
All the time. It's just backwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that 3/14 is my birthday. It's Pi Day. It's also, unfortunately, International Steak and BJ Day.
That's a
March
thing?
14th. That's a thing.
Did David remind you that?
No
like,
comment.
who knows that? Who knows that? Why'd you just announce that to the class?
I don't know, because I got teased about that like my entire life. So I'm wondering if there's any other March 14th birthdays.
You're the first person who has ever told me this, so I want to know the name of your bully who decided to pick on you.
Multiple. But do you...
Is this a Texas thing?
No,
this feels like a Texas thing.
Bro, I'm going to Google it right now.
Steak and BJ's?
Yeah, well, it's Pi Day, first off, 314.
Maybe I was just running in different circles growing up. I wasn't quite there yet.
Steak and BJ Day, March 14th. It's the weirdest thing. It's
I'm not gonna ask who made that. We know who made that.
Oh my god, do you know why? I actually know why now, because I never looked it up.
Enlighten me.
Official Steak and Blowjob Day is March 14th. It's a chance for all of man's hard work on Valentine's Day to be repaid. So Valentine's Day is 2/14. So some fucking man came up with International Steak and BJ Day a month later.
The way I've never wanted to make a satire video more than right now. Bro. I know you have plans for your birthday tomorrow, but I know what my plans for your birthday tomorrow are. I'm gonna make my man a steak. And I'm going to introduce him to this holiday. And he's going to be like, what the actual fuck? And I'll be like, you in or you out?
This is wild. It literally says, I recently learned from Reddit that March 14th is Steak and BJ Day.
You can't learn anything from Reddit. What are you talking? I recently learned from Reddit. No, you can say I recently read on Reddit.
It's real though. It says it
That's
right
like
here.
telling me you got it from Urban Dictionary.
It says holiday.
Holiday my ass.
Apparently it's in response to Valentine's Day being mostly about what women want. And so 1 month later, it's about what men want, which is to be treated to a nice steak dinner and a blowjob.
The capitalist society is all revolved around what men want. Fuck your face. What do you mean?
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, like
Well, thanks for enlightening us with that. Should we go back to the life path number?
were your numbers, like were your qualities,
You tell
your
me.
were
I'm gonna
they
read it for
spot
you.
on? Okay.
I'm gonna give you mine, and that way you can react to it as well, because
Okay.
I got to react to yours. So,
Yeah.
life path number 2 are known for being peace lovers, emotional, sympathetic, reserved, and conservative, perceptive, and thoughtful.
I literally tell people that you are the most intentional person I've ever met in my life. Like, yeah. You're almost like, okay, I'm not going to say to a fault because I think it's like one of the most beautiful things about you,
Oh no, it's to
but
a fault.
yeah, but the like the sympathy that you have for everyone around you
It's too
is
much. It
like
hurts myself. I hurt my own heart, bitch. I be hurting myself.
giving sympathy to everyone but yourself.
It's fine. I'm fine. Your oversensitiveness can draw back your life, it told me.
Okay.
But it did also tell me that I have a lot of patience, calm, and intuitive energies. So,
There you go. Miss
which makes
Intentional.
sense because I got into the life path, and look at us. I
But
wouldn't have
bro,
known
yeah.
unless I fucking went and listened to my gut, and I was like, nah, let's lean into it. What is this? 11
Yeah.
p.m. doom scroll?
You absolutely are sensitive. Like the way you will send me an audio note and it starts off like, so we're in good spirits. We're riding
The
a
way I
high.
just cry mid audio, and you
And
never
then
know
it's
when it's
like
coming.
and then she starts talking about something traumatic and it's like and then the tears come, but then you wrap it up at the end. You always wrap it up.
I'm pretty back up top.
Yeah,
Here's
you
the thing
kind
is, I
of
will
go
knock
on a
myself down, but I can pick myself right back up.
you can. You can.
Uh,
You will truly go on a full roller coaster ride.
my legs are stiff as hell. I can't sit on the
Very,
floor anymore.
very sensitive, but also very self-aware.
Very sensitive. I have actually been known my whole life. My mom's warning to people. She's very sensitive.
She's sensitive. That's
She's
like my
very
little sister.
sensitive.
Yeah.
She's that my mom would just be giving eyeballs to people after sometimes, like when they'd start saying something like, don't.
Yeah.
I remember they told me this is how fucking sensitive I am, which I know I need to look up my son's life path number because he is very similar to me in this way. But they told me that like my mom's best friend passed away on my birthday. On my first birthday, like that's when she had died or whatever. And that is one very traumatic for my mom. But I started crying at the dinner table because I was so sad that my mom lost her best friend on my birthday and that she didn't have her best friend anymore. And my parents were simply just trying to fill me in on the lore of their lives, you know, like over family dinner.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I thought I broke my mom's wedding ring and I sobbed and my mom was crying because she was just trying to joke with me. And because it wasn't soldered together yet and it was two pieces and
Mm-hmm.
it like moved apart. And she's like, oh, you broke it. That's all she said. That easy. Oh, you broke it. And I started crying. I was like, I'm so sorry, mommy. I remember this. I felt so bad. And my dad was like, what the hell? And my mom's laughing because she's like, I didn't think she was going to react like that. Like, what do you
She's
mean?
like, I didn't fucking do anything. It's her sensitive ass.
She was like, she was laughing because she wasn't expecting it. She was joking. And then she's like, oh shit, this one, this really took a turn.
Literally. This truly reminds me of my sister. Okay, when we were growing up, obviously everybody had a pet fish. I feel like at some point or
did
another.
not.
You didn't? Okay. Well, we had like fucking 10 pet fish. Okay. Sorry to the fish community, but my mom flushed multiple fish down the toilet. Okay. Multiple fish got sent on their merry way. Already deceased. Okay.
And now we know why Madison is the way she is, guys. I'm kidding.
literally. I'm the opposite. Okay. So we would come home from school and all the fish's name were Tim. They would just keep being called Tim.
Oh yeah, just
And
keep replacing it.
yeah, and always a beta fish. And my mom would tell my sister, like, okay, you know, Tim died. Um, he's in the toilet. We're gonna say goodbye to Tim. And my sister would hold a funeral, okay? A
I love
funeral for
that.
these fucking fish. And she would
Yeah.
literally be like, are you gonna come say anything? And I'm like, for the fucking fifth beta of the month? No. What? No. And she would get so mad at me. She would fucking rage. I can't believe you. It's our family fish. I'm like, fuck that fish. No, I'm not going to do a fish funeral in the fucking half bath downstairs. All piled in this little tiny room saying our goodbyes to the fish that's already in the toilet. That's already like, it's been in there for so long. It's starting to kind of, you know, sink down into the hole. Like, no. But yeah. And then even worse, she had a ferret.
Ferret?
A ferret. Yeah. We had a ferret. His name was Roscoe.
Who the
I know.
fuck has a ferret?
I know. She really wanted a ferret. And my mom, she was the youngest. So she fucking got a ferret. And so she gets a ferret.
What kind of
Okay?
sound does a ferret make?
They don't really make noise. They just kind of, they stink really bad. So we were having problems with him stinking. And the pet store people told us to let him out of his cage. They said, put a bell on him and let him out of his cage. Because if you keep them to a confined space, it kind of like intensifies the smell. If you let them run around, it won't stink as bad. So little Roscoe, like he had free range of the house. He would just run around, and they're litter trained. Like he literally would go to his cage to pee and poop.
The
He had a
fuck
little...
does a ferret look like?
You don't know what a ferret looks like?
Does it look like a possum?
Cuter than a
I
possum.
feel like I think I know what a ferret looks
They're
like.
They're
Was
like
it that thing
long.
that was in Full House that they caught in the vents?
I don't remember that episode.
Oh.
It's like, I
Because
don't
that's
know.
my
It's kind
only
of
reference point.
like a weasel, like a little weasel. Like they're like kind of long and
Then
slinky.
yes. Okay, yeah.
So we had
Like
a
a
ferret.
skunk almost. Like not that big, but like
Not that big, but like yeah, like
fuzzy
slinky.
like that and like
Yeah. So
ew.
I know.
Ew. That thing's
I
running
know.
around your like a fuzzy ass fucking snake running around your house. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I know. It's
And
weird when you think about
I
it.
have baby quail in a box over there. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, Roscoe the ferret. He was so cool. He was so cool. But anyways,
He was so cool. He was so cool.
he got some sort of disease, and my parents spent like
Fucking ferret disease.
almost 10 grand trying to save this little dude. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were committed
They had money
to saving Roscoe.
The
And that's
way
on
my
growing up
mom
in the
just-
suburbs on a cul-de-sac.
Oh my god. I grew up in the suburbs on a cul-de-sac, but we were like barely making it. I don't know. What do you We didn't have 10 grand to drop on a ferret.
No, my mom spent a lot of money trying to save this little ferret. And
I'm trying to think if we ever took our dog to the vet. I'm all, did JJ ever even go to the vet? I'm all, he went to the groomers because he'd get hairy, but
we would take our dogs to the vet, but the cats, those suckers never went
My
to
mom
the vet.
didn't like cats.
Our cats never went to the vet. But anyways, Roscoe, he passes away, okay? And my sister was like
R.I.P. Roscoe.
6 maybe at the time.
How long did she have him?
God, a year? Like not long.
Okay, but
this was her best friend though. This was
Also,
her best friend.
for a 5 or 6 year old, think about that. Like for a 5 or 6 year old, a year is a long time.
Yeah, and
You have a short life.
She would get upset with me if I got home and let him out and played with him. She'd get home and be like, "Don't touch him. He gets excited for me." Like, don't. She was very connected to this ferret. Okay,
he gets excited.
He died really traumatically. Like he was. It was just traumatic. So he died with his kind of like choking. Like we were trying to get medicine. It was a whole thing. I feel like I'm going to piss off the ferret community here.
Was he having a seizure? Was he having a seizure?
Yes.
Okay.
Having a seizure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was the cause of his choking is all I mean.
Like
he died. He was choking. I just, like, you're pissing off the ferret community by your vague details, girl. Let's just root to the cause. Seizure.
No, he was trying to like get stuff out of his mouth because he was just not in a good place. Okay. So he died with his mouth open and like his little paw and he got hard. Like his body
He
just
got
got hard.
stiff
Yeah.
fast.
So fast, Christina. Fast. Like within 20 minutes, he was stiff as a rock. It was the weirdest
What?
thing. It was the weirdest
He
thing.
taxidermied himself?
Yes. He was frozen, like paralyzed. Like that.
I want that to be the screenshot for something.
I'm so glad this is a podcast and y'all didn't see that ferret
Some
face.
people did see it. Some people watch it.
Okay. So
Oh, that
then,
means people see me like fixing my nose. Damn it.
my sister has the most out of body experience that I've ever seen in my life. Like you would have thought that someone like that her mom died, like that our mom or dad died. She literally stood up on the barstool chairs, okay? We didn't even grow up in a very religious household, but she grabs Roscoe and she holds him up to the heavens, to the ceiling. She is screaming bloody murder, tears crying, streaming down her face.
He's
And she's like,
just
literally,
Simbaing the
she's
fucking
going,
ferret.
why, God? Why? Why did you take him? Why? And me and my mom are like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, she is losing it. She's going insane, screaming, crying.
She's going through it.
She was really traumatized that this ferret died. And she is just pissed at God for striking him. She is just, why, God? Bring him back to me. And she's shaking him and fucking, he's just there with his mouth open like frozen.
Bring him back to me.
It was horrible, dude. I will never let her live it down. Like, exactly how you're picturing it is how it happened, and it was horrifying. Like a fucking 6-year-old just losing it.
I am picturing all of it, and it is so fucking funny. How have you never told this as a story time? This is... You need to perfect this. Hey, perfect this, polish it, go write the bit, and then tell it. Because that was... I loved
the
it.
ferret
That was
people
fun.
are gonna kill me, though. They're gonna fucking find out where I live.
It's okay. My brother had a tortoise named Ty, and it died in a heat wave. So,
oh, man.
Pretty sad. It's because he forgot to turn the lamp off when he was already sitting in the sun.
Oh, shit. So he just cooked.
Poor little turtle got cooked.
He basically, you put him in the oven. He was making turtle soup.
He wasn't trying. No, he fucking loved that tortoise, dude. He loved it. He got it.
A tortoise is cool.
He thought it didn't get big. I mean, it got a little bit bigger while we had it, but like his girlfriend got it for him in high school as like a Christmas gift.
What the fuck?
My brother wanted. He always wanted
my
some
son a tortoise.
fucking. The way there's so much lore with that family, I can't. Nothing screams California than like hearing the whole story of this family, but I can't. It's all my fucking family. Anyway.
I mean, I know what I need to know. Who gets somebody a fucking tortoise?
He got a tortoise from his high school sweetheart. And he thought it was a boy. Named him Tyrone. Was pretty excited about him and his journey with Tyrone together. They were going to be best buds. And he let him frolic in our grass in the front yard. He ran around with our dog. It was pretty cool. He ran fast. Did you know tortoises run fast?
We have a zoo up the road. They have a tortoise and they let him out and they move. They giddy up.
Dude, they are quick. No wonder that tortoise won the race. Okay, yeah. Don't let him fool you. The story of the tortoise and the hare was not a lie. Yeah, because he'd be quick. You'd have to because you would let him out because you don't want him to live in his little terrarium. I don't know what it's called, but you don't want him to live in that cage forever, right? You got to let him out, be a animal. That's good animal rights. Yeah, I don't know. Go be a tortoise in the wild. Mind you, my brother's like fucking 16, so I'm like 8. I'm like 8 experiencing this, secondhand pet. So it's fun for me. But a couple months in, he finds out it's actually a girl when it gets sick. And so we just shortened the name to Ty. Because he's like, well, we can't change its name completely. We got to make it still feel comfortable. So Ty it is. But he ended up cooking the turtle. And he ended up making my mom come home from work when he found it. And they had to do a burial in the backyard for it. And my brother painted a cross I think we actually it actually just got like thrown away like last year, honestly. He painted it red. He wrote Thai on it. And it was in the middle. I'm not kidding. We had a little hill that had 3 tall ass fucking palm trees on it, over in our pool area. And we sounded like a bougie ass family growing up. We were middle class. All of our money was on that fucking pool when my parents moved in. That was the fucking prize, bitch. But there's these palm trees, and so Ty lived in the middle of the hill, in the middle of the palm trees, his own little personal paradise in the ground.
Did y'all have a funeral for him?
Well, my mom and my brother did, and then they picked me up from daycare after their funeral, and because my mom knew I was too sensitive to experience it because she's like, look, I gotta take care of your brother right now going through this fucking tragic time. I can't handle an 8-year-old's like oversensitive ass on top of it, you know? So she picked me up and she told me the bad news, and I cried the whole way home about it, and I went and visited the gravesite.
Wow.
With my brother.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. My like Roscoe was buried in my sister's favorite pajamas. She was like, he really loved these pajamas. She wrapped him up, fucking went outside. He's still buried to this day in my parents' backyard.
Oh my gosh.
And she had a funeral for him and was very upset with me that I would not come out and say anything about the ferret. And my dad came in and was like, Madison, you know, it would mean a lot to your sister if you just go out there and, you know, show some support and just say a couple words. I was like, are we on the same planet right now? Like, we're talking about a fucking ferret. And at the time, I'm like,
9.
How old was I? I was in middle school. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I've just always been this way.
You're pragmatic.
Like, sorry, it's a circle of life. Like, did you think that it was going to live forever?
Too rational over there. You too rational. Okay.
Literally.
And I'm over here being like, it's okay. It's okay. You're right. He was a big part of your life. You've only have 3 years of memories, and one of those is full of him. So that's not a lot. 1/3 of your life is him right now. Your big feelings are valid, and you're all, fuck him.
Oh, God.
You'll get another ferret. We'll name him Bosco.
Literally, we'll get another ferret tomorrow, and you'll forget all about him. It's fine.
Spend another 10 grand on it.
For real. Imagine. Oh, God. I think I get that from my dad, though, because, like, my sister now, she has a Great Dane. And unfortunately, poor Mona, she just has so many health issues. Like,
well, yeah, she's a Great Dane.
Yeah, she has cost my sister so much money. Like, it's actually insane how much this dog has costed. And she has, like, some weird, like, autoimmune disorder.
Naturally.
You could either treat it, or some people would choose to, like, put the dog down. But she was like, absolutely not. Like, I'll pay whatever I need to keep her alive, right? And my dad was like, it's going to be a lot of money, you know? You should probably just... So I guess I get that practical brain for my dad. Like, I'm not as extreme as him. Like, my mom just had to put her fucking Pomeranian down like 2 days ago, and my dad was like, just leave him be, Kimberly. Just leave him be. Let him go in peace. Come to bed. And she was like, what the fuck? To bed. Fucking dying. He's like, it's fine.
Go let him crawl into a corner and die in peace alone like animals do out in the wild, Kim. Get your ass in bed.
That's literally how it happened. That's how my mom told me. I was like, Jesus, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that. And she's like, he's just an asshole.
She married him, man.
She did. She did. You knew what you were getting into. Very, very practical, my dad. Too practical. To a fault.
The practicality is killing me.
Yeah. Oh, God. What a fun episode.
The way your sister came in to be your dad's, like balancing tone, because your sister's over here having a Simba moment.
Literally. Like,
your dad's like, fuck this.
Literally.
Madison, you got to stop talking before all of the animal community cancels you or your dad.
Listen, I love my dogs, okay? I promise I'm not gonna hurt them.
She loves her dogs and her dogs only, and no one asks her about anything else.
Yeah, well, leave it at that.
Okay, so now that you know a little bit about life math numbers, I want to go and do like Taylor's. I think I did, and I think I did already, and I think his and mine, his made sense too. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I'd like to
Yeah.
do like my kids. It's fun to, it's
Yeah.
the same as looking up horoscopes and birthdays and all these things where you're
Yeah, and I
like,
love
oh,
that stuff.
let's
Yeah.
look into this. Does it tell me everything I already know about myself? It's like a mirror.
And it
Let
would be
me
cool if you have the same life number as one of your kids. Like that would be so cool to find
that, yeah,
out.
because it shows you like what life paths, like resonate or whatever. It's basically odds. You're going with odds and evens are going with evens.
Yeah.
Like for, some things in this sense, but
Yeah.
it's
No, I
pretty
love that.
cool.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Very
I hope
intriguing.
everyone else had fun. We really took so many twists and turns. This was a wild little roller coaster.
It was.
Thanks
I
for
hope
letting me shoot the shit with y'all.
hope everyone enjoys it. Go kiss your
Everyone's all,
animals.
what was that?
Everyone's like, what the fuck did we just hear?
They're like, that was an hour I just wasted of
That I will never get back.
just dead space. It was a lot of cackling and weird stories.
I gotta tell my sister to listen to the last 15 minutes of this episode.
No, fuck that. She needs to listen to the whole episode.
I don't know if I can get that out of her. We'll see. But the last 15 minutes, I can get her to commit to that.
Oh my
Make her
God.
relive it.
That was so funny, dude. I need you to work on that bit and put it out there as a story time.
Bro, the ferret community is truly gonna come for me. They're gonna show up at my house.
Tag me in it whenever you post it. Say I said to post it because it's funny as hell.
I mean, he died of like natural causes. It's not like we killed him.
It's
You know?
only funny because she had such huge emotional feelings about it afterward that she needed to display like musical theater.
Oh my God, it was so funny. God, it was. I can literally like see it in my mind. I just remember looking at my mom like, is she having is she gonna lose her mind? Is she gonna go with it? This is insane. This is intense.
You know what's funny about these moments in life is like you don't ever realize what's going to be absolutely fucking funny as hell later on until later on. And you're like just shooting
Literally,
the shit with your friends and you're like, oh my God, this one time
this one time at band camp, I was like, bro, who would have thought?
unlocked
And like
Pandora's box.
all of the things that we forget in our life that just poof, they're
Oh.
gone.
The way,
Is
like, every time we talk and we get into, like, a random niche that just brings out new memories you have, it's so fun because you're like, I forgot I had those. I forgot that
literally,
it happened to me.
yeah, it's just the best. It's
It's
literally
cool.
just the best.
All right, now you need to go learn something and teach me because this was
Okay,
fun, but
yeah, I
I'm
will.
tired. I,
I need to think on it.
I'm ready to be a student.
All right, I got you. I'll come up with something. I don't know what. I hope it's as intriguing as this was because this was really fun.
If it's not as intriguing, just give it as many little tee-ups for weird side stories because who knows if this was intriguing, but all the side quests we went on in the process were fun.
They were really fun. Yeah, my mouth hurts actually from smiling. My cheeks
This
are
was
hot.
I needed this. This was like a good time. This was a silly haha time.
Ooh. All right,
All right.
let's wrap it up. Christina, where can the people find you?
You can find me everywhere with my name. It's Christina K. Sheftick. If you don't know how to spell it, I spelled it last week.
And it's tagged below. And I'm on
Yeah.
TikTok, Madison underscore Barbosa, Instagram, Madison LeBlanc underscore Barbosa. And yeah,
And we're going to petition to get her to change her names on all social medias to Mommy Barbosa,
mommy,
Mami.
mommy Barbosa.
Oh, ooh, it's a character in the making.
It
I can
is.
feel it. Watch out. She's about to go, her pragmatic ass is about to go thrive, okay? With her newfound wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, I gotta go pitch Mommy Barbosa to David, see what he says. That actually
Yeah.
used to be like one of the nicknames that he would call me, like babe, baby, honey, mommy, like Mami, all the things.
You know what's funny is like that you say that. My brother used to call me mamas. My brother, who's like damn near 10 years older than me,
That's a
he'd call
Mexican
me,
thing.
yeah, he'd call me
Hmm.
mamas. And that's something like when I would tell people, I stopped telling people that because people were like, that's weird. Why would your brother call you mama? You know, when they say it like that. And I'm like, well, you're not saying it right, first of all, because
Yeah,
he
it's
calls my
mamas.
mom, yeah, he calls my mom mama, and that's mama, but he calls me mamas, and that's different. Like,
Yeah,
are you not hearing what I'm hearing?
yeah. I call
Mm.
every baby that. I'm like, hi, mamas.
Yeah, it's such a, like, it's a very common, like, Latin
Yeah,
term of endearment.
yeah,
Papas, mamas and papas.
yeah.
I remember, yeah,
And babas. I think that's like in like Middle Eastern cultures. Like for
babas.
yeah, for boys, they call them
Yeah.
babas. Yeah.
Is that what that is? I've heard that
Hmm.
because there's, you know, like at the school pickup line, I've heard that
Baba
nicknames.
means father, but like
Okay.
they'll say mamas and
Yes.
babas like to
Yeah.
babies too. I've heard that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Makes sense. And there's nothing in the white culture that does that.
No. Hey, bud. Come on, kid. Like,
Yeah, what do you say?
uh,
I don't know. Come on, Charlie.
that's what we say. We say bud or buddy or kiddo,
Sport. Yeah.
champ. Yeah.
Darlin.
Darling.
Oh, my grandpa called me Darlin. I liked that.
Darling's
Okay.
cute.
Well,
All right. On that
signing
note.
off.
Oh, God. Okay. Let's get out of
Okay.
here.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.